Today's
All
not
right.
a good day for me.
Hold on.
Yeah, me neither.
Right. So let's get this over with.
It's over with, woman.
I didn't mean any insult when I said what I said. It was very tame compared to what all the rest of us were doing and talking about.
For sure.
You joined in, and you had every opportunity to see that coming before you joined in of how we were talking.
Actually, so, I came in literally when you mentioned me, like to the stream.
Well,
And
then that is not my fault, nor is what happened to you this
Sorry.
weekend, nor is what happened to me
Of course.
your fault either. My point is that this is basically how this is gonna go down. The way I look at it. You joined in. I took a soft shot at you. Very tame. The same thing I would have said to anyone else, and that obviously hurt your feelings. That's not how I meant it. Nobody else there thought that's how that was meant. Nobody listening thought that's how it meant at all.
I mean, in response to that, like one person in the call was like, "Oh, bro," like in that kind of tone, and a few people in chat said it was too far.
Well, okay. First of all,
I just want to listen.
people in
It's
chat
great.
wanna exasperate everything, and if you're using them as your argument, it's not a good argument. And
Okay, Kelly also thought it was too far because I was crying and her and I were hanging out after, and she was asking why I was sad, and I told her that that's what you said, and I understood that it was banter, but that it hurt me, and she understood and
well, yeah, like, what is she supposed to say? What, that you're wrong? No, she's gonna be supportive to you. That's, come on.
Okay, dude, I'm just saying that
Anyway, like I was saying before I was interrupted, Harm, that's his way of joking and going, bro, like to exasperate it. That's a whole back and forth thing that had been happening the whole time. So here's my problem.
My problem,
that's where I go to
woman.
relax. I was relaxing and having a great time. You came.
Look, I wasn't gaslighting you, okay? I was relaxing.
Banter. So when I said, you know, you don't get invited back to the parties, the perfect response would have been the same amount of parties you do, and that would have been fantastic, and I would have loved it because
what
that
the fuck?
is how friendship is showed, especially you know, amongst the crowd that I was hanging out with at the time.
Is he telling her how she should have taken his comments?
So, now we move on to this point. I will no longer be bantering with you because I have no way of knowing as to whether or not you're going to be able to take it, because I have been very, very careful leading up to this point on what you can and can't take, and it seemed like you could. I was wrong. And the only way to ensure that this won't happen again is to not do it with you anymore. There you go.
What a fucking shithead.
That's the solution.
I mean, if that's what you feel is necessary, okay.
That is the solution.
But
I mean,
we've literally been bantering for like a year and a half, and I've never had
which
issues.
Which is why I felt comfortable that I could do something, especially something that's soft.
But this is what I'm saying.
What
like,
was your intention? That you would message me in the middle of the night after I was laying down, saying that was uncalled for and too far? Like
I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you.
Right? That's what you wanted.
Yes, but that doesn't mean
you
that.
got it. So what else is there to talk about?
That doesn't mean that you need to completely like shut something down.
It's crazy that this man is like he's
you don't
gaslit
what it means.
And just manipulate so many women into having sex.
The only way to ensure
he still doesn't know how to talk to them.
You are not harmed again.
Yeah, no, that's fucking wild.
It's as simple as that.
I never understood that, dude. How could fucking master manipulators not understand when they're caught?
And then I'd walk on eggshells around you for the rest of the time. Like I have to send you pre-messages to make sure that what I say is fine, because obviously my preordained.
Like they're not good at de-escalation.
My predisposition towards you was incorrect.
At least in my
experience. If we've had 100 conversations and one of them went awry, that doesn't mean we need to stop having conversations.
That's not what I said.
I know, but I'm bringing up like a comparative example. Like if you eat 100 burgers.
Listen, woman.
One of them is rotten. You don't stop eating burgers. Like it.
I've thought long and hard about this.
I'm fine with banter. I enjoy and appreciate
you
our
stop
banter.
Eating burgers from that place. So you're your example works against you. But that's not the point. The point is that this is what happened. This is the course of events. And I'm not even going to get into the
He
whole
got it with that one.
you trying to explain to
did.
me how to treat people. I'm not even going to get
Get her
into
with
that.
up.
Honestly, I think I'm on his side now.
The point
Right?
is
Well,
that
I was always on his
you
side.
came
you
into
know?
a group that was already
Oh, man.
established.
Yeah,
in which
fucking
a social
Arcadum can't be
paradigm
wrong
had
about
already
this.
been
He
established,
cannot.
and which we were all riffing on each other. Now, because you didn't know that was happening when you walked in, that is not our fault.
Yeah,
that is
it
yours.
sucks that.
That's
Is
number
it
one.
fair to
Watch
say that
When you're in
Arcadum is a
situation,
victim of
it
women?
is the common thing that people need to do when they
Oh,
walk
him and me, brother.
into any situation.
Fucking
Sit
Christ,
rep
dude.
is a basic setup to understand anything that's happening.
Well, no, it's fun. No.
Number two,
Fucking
I
Chris
tried to
censoring my
include you in it
laughter. I don't
because
know how I
you're
feel
a
about
quiet
that.
one. So I tried to throw you in there, and I used that opportunity of correction as an opportunity to get you in there. Because while it might seem lesser to you to correct me like that, up to that point, that was the object.
Never mind. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it'll
just happened. So therefore, when you play
maybe
the
it'll sell
first
me as
card,
like this
Naomi,
fucking.
that tells me you're
Shut
ready to
up.
play the game.
Shut up,
I
bro.
countered because that's how
We're listening to a
was.
fucking
The counter was
Redditor
very
gaslight a
light.
woman.
Incredibly light compared to all the shit that we had
Uh-huh,
done.
'cause it's
And
you,
why-
Joseph.
Why the fuck did you even drop in
I
here?
could not possibly have
I
known about.
hate
It was
Redditors.
too much for you.
So in
therefore-
response, Arcadum, I wanted to let you know
I'm just like the
that
Punisher,
it was
but instead
something
of punishing
that
criminals, I
specific
punish
comment
Redditors.
was something that was hurtful to me because I didn't want
That
to
was a
hold
little
on to
uncalled
it.
for, and after a really bad
criminals, I
weekend, that
punish
shit made
women,
me cry.
you know,
I
I'm
said, I was
Arcadum.
kidding. That was just banter, Naomi. I'm
See,
sorry.
you're
I
a
hurt your
Redditor.
feelings. And you said some banter can be hurtful, Pepe Hands. I
I
said I will
punish
not banter with you
Redditors.
anymore.
I
I'm fine
punish
with banter in
Redditors.
general.
Bosso.
How much good shit talking we've
Gaslighting.
done
Where
over the
the
past
fuck
year,
are you,
basically
bro?
saying you know nobody, Naomi, nobody likes you.
Sound
That's not
like-
really banter, in my honest opinion. That isn't what I said. Which means
Oh,
that
you-
at that
you might
point,
just-
any
All the
discourse
audio
that
is just
we had
blending
over it
together, man.
becomes pointless because you're already believing I said something
I gotta
that
go
I
do
didn't.
some drop.
Not getting invited back to parties doesn't mean people don't like you. That's not what I said.
All right,
I know
Joseph,
that you
bye.
like. I'm not saying that I took it as a personal attack of people don't like you. I'm saying that the banter of not getting invited.
No, you specifically said it's more personal, so you did take it as a personal attack.
He got her.
So
He got her.
what?
He got her,
No,
man.
so what I'm saying, Arcadum, is that I didn't perceive it as like you telling me that nobody likes me, because I understand that like what you were doing was banter, but the phrase like you don't get invited back to parties implies people don't like you enough to invite you back to parties, or something negative results in you not being invited
Yeah,
back to
if you
parties.
take it past, if you take it past
Right.
banter, it can mean that. So that fault is on you.
But like, I'm saying, what I'm saying is that like that phrase in and of itself did not feel like
Fuck
banter
this
to me,
guy, man.
because I don't
Okay.
I don't take.
That's not my problem, is it?
I mean, wait. So
Be stronger. My advice. Or
This
don't
fucking
play.
Tim Pool ass sounding
Like,
dude, man.
What did you think the
Right.
response should have been? Like, what did you expect?
from what?
Be stronger,
like,
bro.
like,
From bringing this up to you?
yeah. You got your apology. That obviously wasn't enough.
All I wanted
But
was
the
to let you know
apology he
so
gave
that I
her
wouldn't
was,
hold on
I'm
to it,
sorry, you're
and
feeling
like
like
it
that.
wouldn't
Yeah,
keep being like a
exactly.
little sore spot, right?
Yeah, you
I'm
kept
sorry
going
your
on.
feelings were
I
hurt
said,
by my
I was
joke.
kidding, it was just
Evil,
banter.
bro.
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. That's it. That's
Right.
what you came for.
And I wanted to let you know
And then you
that
said some
I
banter
wanted
can be
to
hurtful
let you
because
know.
wanted
He's
to
like fucking
lecture
Tosh,
me. That's what you
Daniel
wanted to
Tosh
do.
being
That's what
called
you
out for a
tried to do.
fucking rape joke. I'm sorry you were offended.
See, that's the problem.
Uh-huh.
Telling me that you had a bad weekend and I made you cry over some banter, that was resolved the moment I responded with, I was just kidding, it was just banter, I am sorry it hurt your feelings. That is because that was my intention, an understanding that it hurt you, and an admission to fault, in which I took care of all of that in 2 sentences. And then you tried to go into your regular lecturing self, which you've done plenty of times. Some banter can be hurtful, and I just didn't want to deal with it. And then you proceeded to
Uh-oh.
try and
Oh, no.
explain to me in further detail why I was wrong to say it, and I just didn't want to deal with it. I just didn't have the sympathy for it.
You know, normally in friendships, people don't say either like deal with the status quo or leave. Like,
I only said that after you brought it up to this point because
Wait, is that
if-
not normal?
I don't understand what it is that you actually want. I still don't.
Are we
I
not
mean,
supposed to say
this
that?
friendship's been
You
going
got your
on
apology
for a while.
and
I think
meant
that
it, but you
it's just
kept
women.
drawing it out.
It is
Too
just
emotional.
women.
More.
typically,
Too
you
emotional.
know, if
Yeah,
somebody
man.
does something
The
that
status
doesn't
quo is
have the
perfectly
intention
fine.
to
They just
hurt,
need to harden up.
but it hurts somebody,
Uh,
they don't like say, like, oh, well, that wasn't like I making
They don't
fucking.
say
Wait,
what I
Pete!
didn't mean to do that because if I meant to do it, that would mean I wasn't your friend.
No, they
That's
don't. They don't say
malicious
shit like
intent.
nobody else took it that way. They don't say shit like it's your problem that you took it that way. They say they literally just say like.
I didn't say that until after you tried to explain to me how to talk to people. That was me not having any more of
I
your
mean, he
shit.
does need to learn how to talk to people.
As I pointed out,
That's
at the very
Arcadum,
beginning,
Cameron.
the first what was the first thing I said to you?
Fucking
when you said
legendary Twitch streaming
I'm
DM
sorry, it
Arcadum.
hurt
He
your
knows how to talk to
feelings. I
people.
was just kidding. It was
He
just
does.
banter.
I was just kidding.
What
it
he
was
does,
just banter
man.
to explain my position, and then I said, "I am sorry it hurt your feelings." That's me taking all the fault for it. I didn't say you were wrong. I didn't say any of that other shit until after. And then what is your response after that? You said some banter can be hurtful. Pepe hands. Well, guess what? That's you trying to say. Well, some banter can be hurtful because I know that if I had engaged that correctly, you would have, or in the way that you probably wanted to, you would have went into this tirade explaining to me how.
God.
And you even
I
tried to
fucking
do it
hate-
later after that. And it's, I just
How the
don't
fuck did this guy
Wait,
get
have
any
time.
sort of following?
or sympathy left.
How did
in
this
my
man get
tank
any sort of
to
pussy?
deal with that?
Yeah.
So the best way to make
Well,
sure that
he
you don't
didn't.
get hurt again
Oh,
is
yeah,
to
he
make
got
sure
VR
that
pussy.
you don't play the game.
Which
just
VR
won't
pussy
play
is
it
pretty
with you.
understandable how he would
There
get
you
that.
go. Everyone wins. It's not like
Yeah.
a relationship's gonna change.
The
That's
only
the
people
presumption
getting
on your
VR
end.
pussy are pretty fucked in the head.
The change will be seamless. You won't notice it, even with me pointing it out to you. You won't see it because I
They're
know
the
how
kind
to
of
do it.
people that fucking get off to fucking
In
dating
fact,
their
if we had never
waifu in
even
a
talked
dating
about
sim.
it to this extent, you
Me?
wouldn't even have noticed anyway. It's just in this one instance, my normal sympathy tank that I have was out.
I mean, I guess.
And what I meant by
If you fall
be
into that
stronger,
category, then
well,
sure.
I do.
understand that that's maybe
always
what I
have.
actually meant by it wasn't the thing that you thought that was meant by it.
The reason why I said that's not banter anymore is because I enjoy banter. All right, it wasn't to start getting into a thing about how
Apparently
like
you don't, woman.
like to start getting into a lecture. The reason why I said that's not really banter in my opinion is because that specific comment hurts me. Most of the
These
time,
people need to fucking
I
think of some
love
synonyms.
banter, all right, and I didn't feel
Fucking
like
pull
it
out a
was
thesaurus.
necessary to be like.
They've said
okay,
banter
we're not
all
gonna
over
banter
1,000 times
like
already.
That part's gone.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Because
Well,
I don't.
obviously we
because,
are because you felt the need to message me and I made you cry and all of that. I don't want to fucking deal with that guilt. And the only way to make sure that that you're not hurt, more importantly, but also that I don't take yet another mark to my guilt, then is to just not play the game.
And don't play the
Because-
game.
For the advanced level of empath that I am, taking the year that we have spent together and felt each other out, talked to each other.
Hasn't
feeling it out,
Arcadum
that
ever
I-
heard of
that I tried to
blame
invite
the
you to play
blame the
game
gamer,
with
not
me,
the
and
game?
then I hurt you means either A, I'm not nearly as perceptive as I was hoping I was, and therefore I can't be trusted to play, or you can't take it. Both of these things are it's one of those two things. Or the third one is this was just a shot on you on a bad day. But
Yo,
you're
wait,
not
hold
taking
on.
it as
I'm
a shot on
fucking
the
playing
bad day, so
against
you're taking that
Tupac
off the
in
table.
Vanguard.
So therefore, the only way to ensure
Lovely.
actual resolution is I'm not gonna-
Tupac and Black
let's
Mr.
take it as a
Clean.
shot on a bad
Is on
day, and because of the kind of person that
They're
I
on
am,
the
I
same
wanna bring
fucking
up
team.
shots, even if they're on bad
I
days,
fucking love
because I
that.
don't want friendships to be fucked up with people that I care about. All right.
None of this is going to happen like that. Your presumption, what, you're gonna think we're not gonna be friends anymore because of this? No, I just won't play with you like that. That's all.
You think we're gonna be friends? I just won't fucking talk to you.
It's like,
Yeah, I just won't
don't
talk to
invite,
you
don't invite
how
him
I
to
used
dodgeball.
to.
God.
You know, it's like it's
Just
that's
It's
gonna
not that we're
exclude you
not
of
friends.
everything.
It's just that I'm not friendly with you.
Right.
God.
I mean, unless you've got a better idea, I'm keen to hear it. That ensures that you're not hurt again.
How long is this?
Is there any other methodology that you can suggest to me that
it's
guarantees that you won't be
like
hurt
30
again?
minutes.
Okay.
It's a long fucking rant.
Hence why I'm taking it. That's the only one I can think
Is
of
she
that
fucking
guarantees it.
crying? Is that why she's
I
not
don't know.
talking?
Yeah.
Aside from just awareness of like
God,
the kinds
crying
of
over
comments
fucking
that
Arcadum.
typically attack like things like the difference between something that would actually
Here comes
be
the
hurtful
lecture.
to some. No, you're asking me for
Oh
suggestions.
my
right?
god, what a fucking
Yeah.
You literally just
dickhead.
asked me for a suggestion.
Right.
So what I'm responding with is my idea, tossing it out there. I'm not trying to lecture you. This is my idea. But like just being aware that there's a difference between being like some and I don't know. We've done so much banter over the past year and a half. There's obviously a difference between that kind of stuff and something like this that is like, because you know people, you know the kinds of things that will hurt people. Like you've said yourself that you know how to dig into people. So understanding that like using the things that
He's
actually
you,
dig
Sean.
into people when you're bantering
He is me.
is not as fun as the more lighthearted banter that fucking most people love participating in.
That was light. That was
Maybe
maybe it's not to you, but that was light in the intention. And furthermore, I know all that, which is why when you said that it was too much, I said I was sorry. The conversation could have stopped there, and then it would have been
I gotta
fine.
use this
But when you
explanation
proceeded
next time
to
I
try
make
and drag
someone
it
cry.
out, I saw you weren't ready to play the game. Simple as that.
You
Because
weren't
wanted
ready to
more
play
than
the
an
game.
apology.
No, dude, all I want
Sorry,
is an
babe, but
apology.
you
I
weren't
think-
ready
I think
for the
that-
game.
Uh-huh.
Fucking,
I
that you wear that on a
apologize to
fucking
you,
sorry, I
t-shirt
made
everywhere.
fun of your
and then I
dead
apologize
parent.
to you again.
And
then you
babe,
That's your
kept
fucking slogan, your new
trying
Instagram,
to push.
or
And
your new
let me
fucking
say something
Discord.
to you that I don't
Your
think
new
you're
Discord status is fucking.
getting. Okay.
Sorry
disclosure,
you
full
weren't
cards
ready
on the
to play the
table.
game.
Yeah.
God.
Are you in an emotional state to handle this? Because I'm not gonna hit you when you're down.
I don't know. Depends on what it is.
In that case, I won't tell you.
The only reason I drew this out is because I was confused about you saying I will not banter with you anymore, because I didn't feel like this warranted, like, needing to stop banter. And that's why I started talking about all that other stuff, because I was like, wait, but this can continue. This can be a one-off thing that is like, so you said sorry, I forgave it, it's fine. And I just wanted to explain why it was outside of the realm of normal banter. Like, okay, this comment I didn't perceive as normal banter. That's why it was outside of the realm of the usual stuff that I'm always fine with. Like, that was my intention. It wasn't my intention to be like,
Well, that explains why Kelly left.
well, her and I were gonna hang out anyway, and I messaged her if she still
pretty
wanted
sure,
to hang out.
Kelly
I didn't
is
message
another
her
person.
talking
He
about
has,
your shit.
He was gaslighting and manipulating for sex.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that later.
God.
What? I never messaged her like, hey, Arcadum said something and I was sad. What? Or are you talking about something else entirely unrelated right now?
I love that.
Her and I were gonna hang out anyway, and I messaged
I
her.
love that
or
Arcadum
did
just
you not
is the
talk
kind
to
of
her
guy
about
where
what I
you
said?
could Google him,
Yeah, but that was
look at his
after.
fucking,
Now it's
look at
now
his, look
I'm
at
gonna pay
him,
for that.
and then be like,
And be
oh
like,
yeah,
yeah,
of
you
course,
That was
of course.
way after
If
her
you
and I had
think-
already
if-
started
if-
talking. That's not why she
if-
left.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You don't know her as well as I do.
Ooh,
And if you
Big
think for a
Hawaiian
fact
shirt.
that what you've just done won't have
A D&D
rippling
Hawaiian shirt.
consequences, then
I didn't know
you're
they made that.
Here's
That
him
was
in a
nice.
So
here's him in a
Sorry.
big old
Like,
trench coat.
now,
He looks
now
like an
I have
emoji. He
additional
looks like
stress.
the
Now I know I have to deal with that. And please don't
Oh,
message
man.
me.
Here's one with him in a trench coat with his dick out at a public park.
Her and I hang out all
Jesus,
the time.
Arcadum, what
That's
the fuck
Her
is
and I had a
this?
planned
Wow.
hangout. She didn't leave to come talk to me about this. We had plans anyway. I messaged her like, "Hey, wanna
Here's
we still hanging
here's
out?
him
Stay on for
casually
tonight?"
approaching a school zone with no
And
pants.
She was like, "I have a headache, but yeah, I'll be there in a minute." That's why she left the group call, because her and I had plans anyway. And the
She said she'd come back. That's the part that you're not understanding.
when her and I
And
ended
she-
our call, she was planning on going to bed.
Yeah, and now she's streaming.
By
And
the
you know why
time
she's
by the time
streaming?
we ended the call,
Okay.
you guys were already done streaming. That's why she didn't come back, because it was over. Her and I
Negative.
talked for a
We
while.
were still in there. We were
Negative.
still in there after I streamed for
Wrong
an
woman.
hour and a half. But
Fucking
anyway,
talk like a person, dude.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, right,
try and argue about the
negative.
semantics of it, because the point is, I know I have to deal with that now. She's probably gonna fucking take smaller shots at me, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. And I'm just.
So yeah, I gotta learn the Arcadum play-by-play.
Do you
God,
expect
It's easy.
friends
Just
not to comfort
fucking
each other?
talk like an inhuman
That's,
sociopath.
oh my god, yeah, that's what I meant. Please.
Someone was like,
That
"Hey,
is
Sean,
not
you want to
what
go to
I
the mall
fucking
next
meant.
sometime?" Affirmative.
Do you have any idea what it's like to not even be able to talk your true feelings to somebody because you know it'll
Oh, you're
my god, here it is.
fucking destroy them? Like, do you have any
He's
idea what
me.
that's like? That's my constant existence. Is I can't tell people what I really think or the truth about something, not the full one, because I know that they can't fucking take it.
Why do you have so many harmful thoughts towards your friends then?
It's
like,
not harmful thoughts, they're hard truths. And the
Fuck
thing
this
about it
guy,
is because
man.
I'm constantly in a position of providence to people, those friends of mine are
guy's
made and
absolutely a
sustained
libertarian.
through a system of service. So that's the difference.
I mean, do you think that if you didn't do D&D that people wouldn't be friends with you? Like, that's not the
Yes.
case.
No. I know that's in fact, I can
knows
give you a
it.
percentage.
Guys,
It is actually
We're making this shit up.
17.8% of the people that I run D&D for will continue to be my friends once the game is done.
17.8%.
I have that number for you. I have made that calculation. I have made that calculation 4 separate occasions. The evidence is empirical. So, sorry, but that statement that do you think they'll stop being your
What the
friends
fuck,
is
man?
actually yes, as much as you might not like it to be. We don't live in a world of what we'd like to be. We live in a world of realities, and that's
We
the
live in a
reality of it, is that
society.
17.8% of you will not talk to me again.
We live in a society where
Wait,
17.8.
Excuse me, will continue to be my
We
friend.
live in a world where
I believe it is
17.8% of you
48%
are my
won't
real
talk to me
friends.
ever again.
Wait, what about the other percent?
Passing
about the
messages,
Arcadum?
not a real friendship. Now those numbers are probably going to be more bloated onto the passivity due to my position as a streamer. I haven't done the recalculations based off of that yet. But
Yeah,
I can
he's a
tell you
fucking genius. He's a.
unequivocally that
I mean,
the use
I've
of
never
D&D in order
calculated
to
how
make
many people
friends
I know who
has a
wouldn't be
17.8%
my real friends if
retention rate.
I hadn't, become a.
That's the tragedy that I live.
I don't know what I am.
That's the
So,
tragedy you live.
I don't
Cameron.
expect you to understand that. I don't bring it up because it just makes people feel awful. But that's the reality of it.
What the
I
fuck?
mean, is that like for all DMs or for you specifically?
That's for me. I can't speak for all DMs.
Right.
That's for me specifically. But considering that that's the only measurement that matters, is because it's me. I'm not someone else. So, yeah, that's me specifically.
Okay, but like, have you thought about why they wouldn't? Like,
course
aside
I have.
from the obvious clout chasers, because
Oh no. This is before clout.
okay,
This is before any of that. These measurements are based off my entire career. So 17.8%.
okay. Well, have you
But anyway.
thought about why though? Because like,
Oh, no, of course I have, Naomi. Please. Yes, I have. I have augmented behaviors. I have done experiments.
Fucking
to
Christ.
determine why. I have tried to pick different ethnicities. I've tried to do different gender counts. I've done everything that was within my power to experiment. And that number has remained depressingly the same. So that's the way it is. It could just be because it's me, but
Oh no.
change isn't very easy, especially if someone of my age. So bearing a complete and utter personal overhaul, that's the way it's going to be. So that's why to protect myself from disappointment, I have to keep this wall up. And one of those walls is determining whether or not I can speak frankly around someone.
One of those walls is not playing Among Us, apparently.
And after a year of our
It is.
interaction,
We'll
I
get
thought
to
I was
that.
ready to be comfortable around
He throws it out.
you. I was wrong.
I mean, in that sense, we've had a lot more personal conversations than the closeness and
Right,
comfort
which is
of
why I'm not thinking that our friendship is over because of this. I just won't banter with you anymore. That's it. Like you're the one who's blowing this way out of proportion than what it actually is.
Fucking Christ.
Probably because you've had an emotional day. I've had one too, but I'm used to having those because I'm not saying that I'm used to having those like other people don't have those every day.
Right.
I'm saying those that I am in a specific situation in which my training prevents me from being. I don't have the luxury of being emotional.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to message people in the middle of the night with,
Nope.
you know.
Why doesn't he?
My feelings. I don't get to
Hey,
do
man,
that.
as far as that goes, if
Doesn't
you've
get
got
to do
alerts
that.
on, it wasn't
Why
my
not?
intention to get you out of bed or anything.
No,
Our
it didn't wake
sleep
me up.
schedules
I
are
was already
all
there.
out of whack.
That's I said in the middle of the night because it's accurate, not because it's an intention that you woke me up.
Yeah, I have no fucking semblance of sleep right now. Everything got fucked up.
But my point is that that's the reality I live with.
Right.
You're taking this way out of proportion to think that because I'm not going to banter with you anymore that I'm going to stop being your friend. You won't even notice the difference. I mean, you might. I don't want to speak in absolutes, but my prediction rate on that's pretty high. You won't notice the difference. So it won't matter. It's just another adjustment that I have to do in my constant state of service that I live.
I've run the algorithms.
We wouldn't even be having this conversation if my sympathy had been higher, because it would have taken more levels of pulling for you to get to that statement that I knew was going to be
You'd be
polarizing.
fucking boggled by the math
You only got
calculation
2 layers of
I've
sympathy
done.
this time. I'm not the normal 6 that I give to you. I'm sorry if that sounds aloof or cold, but that's literally all this is to me, is just
Numbers.
numbers. Each person has a different level of sympathy that I give them. And I allot that as much as my mind can take.
Man, maybe that 17% exists because people are
Because you're a
numbers
piece
to
of
you. Like
shit.
I know people are way more than numbers to you.
Whoa.
But like all of this like testing stuff and like trying to like dive so.
Oh, I
deep
never
into
said that these people were numbers.
It's what I do. That's why I'm good at my job. That's why I can make connections. That's why I can make friends with almost anyone.
Dude, it's like a blessing and a curse.
Well, yeah. But I mean, look,
His power is his
I was
curse.
a soldier. I know how to pay the dirt price.
Yeah.
I know how to eat shit and keep going. I'm tough.
Well,
If I wasn't tough, I would have died long ago.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Well,
This is how it's resolved.
I think there might be a few more people that would want to stick around even if you didn't do D&D, but thanks for the conversation.
You don't know that shit.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, aside from the fact that like I still think you're a really cool guy, and I think that like you beat yourself up too much.
Well, I mean, I don't really view
Beat
this as
himself
beating
up and
myself up. I mean, it's. I
You definitely
self-deprecate.
beat yourself up about other things.
Well, yes, because I know myself.
Yeah.
I mean, people think that, oh, you're way too hard on yourself. I'm hard on myself in the way that I'm hard on myself because once, many years ago, I allowed myself to become arrogant, and I became the most evil version of myself that I have ever witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
It disgusted me. Because imagine, you know me enough now that you know what my abilities are.
Uh-huh.
Imagine if they had no temperance
Right.
and I was selfish.
Uh-huh.
Imagine
why
the
I can't play
destruction that I
Among
could wreak. and get away with it. The problem is that in the military I was not a good person.
Right.
I wasn't. And it was only because of my self-realization that thankfully my love for D&D outpaced my selfishness, and I was able to retemper myself.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things that I put in place specifically to control who I am. So, when I'm talking about what it's like to not be able to say the things that I really want to say, that part of that, which everybody shows restraint.
I mean,
Everybody who wants to.
yeah, if people
everybody-
didn't, people would be
anybody who-
canceled left and right. Like,
Yeah. But the thing is that I know that my influence is palpable and is naturally more destructive than most other people. Now, granted, recently I've been exposed to other people who also have that power at differing degrees and specializations. But from what I've noticed, with the exception of probably 2, mine is stronger than theirs. And I keep it in check. Because if I don't, I could really hurt someone. And that person has an audience.
right.
So,
I didn't mean to do
Now
that.
there's the risk of insane backlash.
well, it's not even that. I don't care what happens to me. I care about what I just did to that person. And because their pain is then magnified because of their audience. So, anyway, I normally don't talk about this kind of stuff because it makes people treat me differently. That's why I don't talk about it. They either don't believe me at all, and they think I'm a liar, I'm
He's what?
delusional, or even worse, they believe me and then they watch everything that they say around me. That's why I don't tell people it. That's also why I don't play Among Us.
There it is.
You ever want to know what it's like to play Among Us with me? Ask Momo.
I mean,
That's why I don't play. That's why I don't play it.
the first tier group, where we all play together.
Oh,
You
fucking
joined us.
sneeze.
It was pretty
Oh,
funny.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
was it?
anyway.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Oh, I'm allergic to cringe.
I am sorry that I hurt your feelings.
Fuck you, Cameron.
Thank you.
This is Arcadum.
Of the
Okay.
percentage.
This is Arcadum.
that I
This is
believe
my
it is
hero.
fault, I certainly
Yeah.
believe that.
This is who I
hold
strive
enough
to
of
be.
a
Really.
percentage of it being my fault that it deems an
Sean.
apology.
I'm
Oh,
sorry
you
for blowing it up
the-
more than I should and not being not thinking about my words
Robbie's
more
here.
before saying them, because I wasn't trying
Why
to
you so
turn it
mean,
into a
Cameron?
lecture, but the way I perceived some of your responses
well,
was
I'm not. What?
It's
well, it
only
wasn't
Because
clear to me,
Cameron
so I
done the
wasn't sure if you were
percentage.
like
It's
apologizing.
only-
I've done the
Not apologizing or
percentages, yeah.
dodging the question, but it's all good now.
I've done the calculations,
not
and I
different
predicted that
songs.
only
It's only
17.8% of you would be my friends
Yeah.
still.
Text loses all humanity,
Yeah, for sure.
Did you actually?
and therefore you're going to view everything as the
worst
most
possible.
negative
Really?
that
Yeah.
can be, because
Yeah,
once you divide,
Wait.
Yeah, really.
you have only the
Yeah, I've
good.
done
It
it.
felt, it felt like one of those that was like, well, I'm sorry that you took
Cameron's
it that
done
way.
an
You know what I mean?
impossible
Yeah, but
fucking
yeah.
equation.
I specifically
How you-
didn't
do
place
you-
the
do you
your.
even
Considering
there?
race,
Right.
I
gender,
placed the your in
age.
the place
Yeah,
of all these
I've
factors
accounted
that
for
you needed
race,
that way.
gender,
Yeah,
age, and if
I
I
could've
didn't
said-
do
I could've
D&D,
said,
you
"I'm
guys
sorry
wouldn't be
you
my
feel that way,"
friend.
and it would have meant the same thing, but
Yeah,
of course you
for
would have
sure.
taken that
God,
into
Arcadum's
the
such a
whole
fucking
PC
loser.
outlook, chomping at the
Oh,
bit,
I
fucking
thought you were fucking.
foaming
I
at the
thought
mouth,
you were fucking talking
he,
about
my
like
feelings are
the
about,
fucking
kind of
compass I
shit.
made.
So that we avoid that by
No.
using proper
What?
placement of words. And I'm not saying that you
You
actually.
didn't see the
God.
compass?
I've just
I
had to recently
did.
deal with
I
that
did
to an
see
extreme
that.
degree, and it's fresh
Oh,
in my head.
We're watching or we're listening to
Dude,
a
it's
thing.
fucking weird when
If
people
you're
have
interested,
rabies.
I had an entire
And
document
I'm
written
recording,
about my shortcomings and sent to me today.
Wait, that was
You know.
I thought that was like a couple days or
Don't
like
be
yesterday.
racist.
No, that happened today.
Dude, days are fucking
Like
flowing together.
you say the N word more
yeah,
than I
no,
do.
I was there for
You.
for bits of that stream.
I don't
What a
know
shit
about that.
show.
There it is. If you ever want to peruse it,
Cameron, in the past 2 years,
That's what I
I've
had to
said
deal
it
with today.
None, like not
Hence,
once.
why
Well, I
my
remember one
sympathy
time you said it twice in a row.
was
Uh-huh.
short.
So
These
It's true,
people,
Cameron.
these people said the day that I streamed
Twice
Lost
in a
Odyssey,
row?
Twice in a
because I
row.
was
he
depressed
was
and I
doing a
needed the
fucking
break
Alex
that
Jones
everybody kept saying
impersonation,
that I
and he
should
said it
take.
twice.
Uh-huh.
Like, okay, chill.
Okay,
was a
Alex Jones
dereliction
doesn't
of
even
my
say the
duty.
N-word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Coming
you're
from
impersonating.
people that
Yeah,
did
but
not
he
serve in
wouldn't
the
say the
military.
N-word as Alex
And
Jones.
I wouldn't say the N-word as
therefore
Alex
have
did.
no
Jones.
fucking idea of
Well,
what
he
duty
did.
is.
No. Because
Now, I
like,
know they probably
yeah.
didn't mean it that way.
You're
but when you
gaslighting
use the
Cameron.
word, like,
we're,
derelict-
can
when
you
use
please
the
stop?
phrase
We're
like
trying to listen to
dereliction or vandalism,
Arcadum
the
talk
vocabulary
about why
term,
he can't
Yeah.
play Among Us.
then I'm going
The
to
fuck is-
rip your fucking head off.
Arcadum.
Right.
The fucking D&D. Well,
So,
you know, he
and
was,
it
and
just
then
gets
he
kind of worse from
then
there.
he
But
Yeah,
the point
gaslit and
is that that's where
had a bunch of
that's where my
e-sex with.
sympathy went today, was not
Bunch of
destroying
women.
the people that sent that.
And
to me.
yeah, he.
That's cool.
Do you know
Yeah,
who sent
that
it?
is
'Cause
pretty
it was
badass.
anonymous, right?
Oh, it's anonymous, but I can find them.
Right.
It's not.
What?
It's not
Hold on.
difficult. If I wanted to know who they were, I would have falsified my intention to speak
Yo,
with them in
Cameron.
good faith. I would have found out who they were
What?
and then removed them from the community.
Right.
That would have been the best solution.
Well, if I just
I
play
didn't do it because
copyrighted
it's
music.
dishonest.
Mhm.
I would really appreciate it if you
Instead, I
didn't
stood
do
on
that.
stream and I said, if you have a problem with what
What?
I'm doing to the
Don't worry.
point that you don't believe I care about this, then you
I
need
do
to leave.
genuinely want to hear this
That's what I
this
told
Like, pay
call.
to participate in the living world? Like, I know
They don't.
submit applications. It's like
it's
subscription,
a
right?
Yeah, it's if you're subbed, you get to be a part of the living world,
Right.
but it's a reward for the subs.
Yeah.
Not. It's
I'm playing
it was
Vanguard
never
while
designed to
listening to
be
Like a
a
paid
system that you
service,
pay,
yeah.
that you paid for.
Does Sean have
Yeah,
Vanguard?
that's not what
No,
it is.
Sean's
Nope,
not gonna
I'm
play
not
Vanguard
gay.
because he's
And,
not gay.
There's this whole thing where they try to like break down what the
Sean, you've
money
once
cost
told
of
me
the
about
item
how
they
you
paid
want to
for
pound
was.
into
Oh
our
man, it gets pretty bad. But
Why Ren of all people?
Yeah.
Just let us listen to the call, please.
Mhm.
and
Let us listen to Reddit, man.
I had to stomach all that. I also had to listen to a doctor
sound
in
plan.
psychology, a
Mhm.
person with
fucking
a
kick you.
doctorate
Mhm.
in human
Don't do that.
psychiatry.
Well, then let us listen to Reddit, man. Talk
who
about
is
why
my
he doesn't play
community
Among
admin,
Us.
Mhm.
I'm letting
nearly
you listen.
burst
I'm
into
just talking
tears
to you.
delivering
Like,
this to me
God,
because of all this shit that she
Fucking
got put
hate
through
you, Robbie.
putting it together.
No, you
So
don't.
that she would be forced to, by being
No,
kind, and
everyone here. You
basically
love
she's
them the
trapped
most,
by
Sean.
her ideals because of the
Right.
malignation of them. Because she believes everybody gets a voice. We
Fucking
specifically
loser.
have protocols
fucking
in place
loser.
for that
Mhm.
voice to be expressed, so on and so forth. See, that's the problem with too much PC thinking. You get
Too
trapped
far.
by it, and then you can't do anything.
Right.
Sometimes you need to draw the line
The
in the
problem
sand
with
and say,
PC,
and
you get
soldier
trapped by political
Yes, you
correctness
do.
traps you.
the fuck up. That person is wrong.
Yeah.
Period. It doesn't matter that they're a POC, a woman, or gay.
Oh, dude,
They're
I
wrong,
am
you
all
know?
for like
So-
kicking toxic people out of communities, like full
But anyway,
stop.
the
Yeah.
point is I had to basically listen to her try not to cry in front of me,
Uh-huh.
and it pissed me the fuck off.
Oh my
Because
god.
people can take
Holy
all the
shit.
shots they want to at me.
You fucking woman.
But I have enough soldier in me that I can be a little sociopathic if I need to protect myself,
Uh-huh.
as dark as that might seem. But I have to, or else I'd break.
Mhm.
I fucking hate
She
you.
doesn't.
Right.
She is in fact designed to be the opposite.
Mhm.
So therefore,
Right.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I wasn't gonna let that happen. So I stood up in front of stream and told him, "You need to leave."
Right.
Period. Simple as that. Stop attacking my mod team. Stop attacking my community admin.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's
Oh, I turned
that's
it
the
into a
stance I took.
burst gun. Why is that a
Have you
thing I can
considered
do?
getting like a person who's like a personal
Oh,
assistant
God.
and PR manager that's like your like second in command, kind of like?
Yep, we
to-
already have those.
All right.
Yeah.
We already
I
have
an
those. They're
entire
not
team.
tough
I'm
enough.
pretty well delegated, but the problem with it is that, you know,
They're too
it's
soft.
just people, man.
Mhm.
That's what it is. It's
Why is there an
there are
indicator
people
inside
that
my
don't.
screen
There are
saying
people that
packet
want to
burst?
see me fail
Mhm.
It's
because
telling you about your internet.
the ideals that I represent are not the ones they
It's
agree
bad.
with.
Right.
It's incredibly political, and I don't mean like political, like, you know,
Mhm.
How bad?
our government,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
political as in he believes that you have to have permadeath
It's on
in
the
order
screen
to
whenever I
have the
play.
game have any meaning. I don't agree with that. This is going to fail. He should fail because I disagree with that. Continues to become the #1 watched D&D stream. That's
Right.
see what I mean?
Yeah.
That people can't handle that
I
shit.
think there's probably a solid mix of like people who want to see anybody that's successful fail. Then there's probably also the
Oh, that
people that
too.
like they
Yeah.
have criticisms that they word poorly, but they want to see you succeed, but like they can't see that happening unless certain things are changed. So it's not
Right.
just people that
Oh, I know that, but
Yeah.
here's the problem. A poorly worded criticism is useless to me.
right.
I mean, like, your intention doesn't matter if it's not conveyed properly.
Uh-huh.
And that is an unfortunate fact. So if somebody has a really good valid point but they can't tell me, then it doesn't exist to me.
Right.
Because I don't
Who's
know
running the
it
numbers on
exists.
this?
And we have
Yes.
protocols in place for them
He's dialed
to
it
the
in.
best ability that I could do with volunteers. I mean, I have a fucking person with a PhD in this shit
Right.
helping me with it. Like, I don't know anybody whose credentials are higher than that that would do it for free.
Right.
Hello, you know. And so it's like, so we are at maximum capacity of caring for them to handle it, but that isn't enough for people, because guess what? Some people lose.
Right.
That can't
You
be
have somebody
avoided,
with a
you know,
PhD
and-
moderating his stream?
Yeah.
But I just
Oh.
detest the
Wow, what a
presumption
waste
that
of
I don't
fucking
care.
talent.
Yeah. For sure.
Right?
That is the biggest thing that I protest.
Fucking
because
Fucking
Listen.
hiring somebody with a PhD. You went
Anybody
to school for 8
who
years,
watches what I do.
8 more years
And
than
you're-
normal. Your fucking
you
job is to
reasonable
delegate my
You're
stream.
moderating fucking
and retention.
moderating a
knows that it's not
D&D
true.
stream?
Yeah,
Like,
you do a ton of
Your
work.
job is to make sure
You just need,
people
like, a
don't
clone
say
of
the
yourself.
N-word in my chat.
yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying, but I
Use
don't
your
know.
fucking
see.
doctorate for that, dumbass.
My work is almost done.
I don't know, maybe
I
he's
got
doing
about 2
shit.
months left before the main storyline comes to
You
its ending,
fucking
and then I
idiot.
can run out the ending,
God.
and then I'll finally have my break. So
Have you given any thought to what you're doing after? Like,
yeah, more D&D.
hell yeah.
And my passion for D&D
Why-
hasn't tapered in any way.
But I
Oh.
mean, like,
Word
like,
like your
if
grenade.
Virm like makes it, is it gonna be in the same like universe?
Yeah, they'll just be a
Dog,
time
dog, dog,
skip.
dog, dog,
There'll be
dog.
new
Fuck
things
you.
to do.
It's awesome.
Well, it's you.
Well, I hope we all succeed and that nothing blows up in game or out of game
Oh,
before that time comes. Yeah.
Anyway,
You can hear the scowl that he just
Uh-huh.
gave her.
Thanks for chatting and thanks for talking about your other
I
stuff
will
too.
banter with you one more time. But I
Fucking
need you to
hate
understand
him,
something.
bro.
Take
Fucking
this
Christ.
fucking hate him.
as I mean it.
This is your last chance.
Read the room next time, and if it's not
Oh
something you
my
think
God.
you're in a position to handle, then don't.
Yeah, I won't.
Fucking
I won't
Christ,
join like on a
man.
2-second win if I hear Neve next time. I'll
Oh,
take
I
a
mean,
minute.
I'm just saying, take a moment to see what's happening.
right.
Because
Fucking
while I
time
do
kills
take
too fast,
the
actually, dude.
responsibility for what I did in it,
Mm-hmm.
there is some of it that is yours.
For sure.
And the fact of the matter is that when you start the banter, because I let you engage, I let you engage first, and it was with like a correction, which was the running gag joke, and I was okay with that.
Yeah.
But once you move
Imagine
the
you
piece
a
from
faggot
your
or a
chest,
correction being a
and
running
that was
gag.
something that I thought was understood.
Oh man, fucking correct.
You don't get
Oh,
it.
Take
man,
the time
then-
to
See-
read the room, and I won't.
Yeah.
Real
He's,
funny.
Like I
And the reason I believe that, Naomi, is because
Are
I
you a
have
streamer?
respect For
Huh?
Oh,
I use
I'm
opponent
sorry.
because I can't think of a better word. But I respect my opponents that if they're playing, then I'm going to treat them. I'm not going to take it easy on them.
yeah.
I still
we
hate that he's
enter the ring
referring
together,
to like
It's with mutual respect.
shit
but
talk
that
as
doesn't mean
the game.
I'm gonna toss the shot
Man.
because especially
didn't
if you
get
throw it
bullied.
first,
You
I always
don't?
let people throw it first because I know I'm winning.
But, man,
You don't like
get
you don't like enter a shit talk arena whenever you like get confronted by.
At this point, it's not even banter to anybody. I'm just like, all right,
I'm
how many
spelling on
different
purpose
ways?
just to piss Chad off.
No, so many people actually don't know how to spell it right. I'm trying to fix this.
Clap.
But all right, yeah, sounds good.
Anyway, feel better.
Thank you. You too. I really
Feel
hope
better.
that no more shit like this gets pulled on you because yeah, that whole fucking document's pretty fucked up, and I'm sorry to you and your staff.
Did you
for
get a
having to
did you
deal
get a
with that.
channel awesome document?
Yo, if you got a channel awesome
What was
ass
it?
document, we gotta go
Chan-
through that.
For sure. All right. Well,
Channel
see you
not
tomorrow.
awesome,
I mean,
right?
today.
Was that the
Yep, I'll see you later.
All right.
that was the
Bye.
document,
Very
right?
well.
Channel not so awesome, I think.
Yeah. Oh man.
Moral of the story, I think we've learned something really great here, and that is
I've learned how to gaslight better.
and I think that is we've learned how to talk to women.
Well, yeah. That, but
I'm sorry I'm sorry you felt that
but they.
way. I'm not going to be
I
playing
don't
this
think I
game
was
with
gonna
you
talk
anymore.
to women anyways. You know.
We've learned that shit talking is the game.
It is the game. It's always been the game.
Sean, you want to make a
God.
movie called The Game and it's about a professional shit talker?
Fucking hate that. So fucking dumb. The game.
I don't see what's dumb about it. What's his name
You're
said
right,
it,
you're
so
right.
it's got to be pretty fucking smart.
He
ran
is
the
a fucking
numbers.
super genius. He always does.
He ran the numbers. He did like an algorithm on what the best like
He has an AI doing it for him.
he
He
has
has a fucking supercomputer.
he made an AI do like a check on what the best term referring to like shit talking is, and the AI came up with the game.
The game. Man.
It also told him not to play Among Us.
And then, well, yeah. I thought that was pretty obvious. He'd be too strong in it.
Mm-hmm. This fucking computer said, "Don't play Among Us. You're too good. They'll think you're cheating."
He has a fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog computer in his attic.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh shit.
Mortars incoming!